covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now, coverage you can count on.
I heard like 5 gunshots, and there was 4 rapidly in a row.
The discovery of a body shut down the Skyway for hours this morning, and now we're learning new details in this investigation. Plus, new at 6, a sign of resilience after tragedy. A Feather River Adventist school shooting survivor is taking big steps toward recovery. And a different kind of pain at the pump after a mix-up of fuel. The Rolling Hills Travel Center says diesel was mistakenly delivered into its unleaded storage tank.
That means if you pumped unleaded or mid-range fuel into your car anytime between 7:40 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. last night, you likely have diesel in your gas tank. And if you're impacted, you can call Rolling Hill Casino's security dispatch line. We have that number on our website homepage. All tanks have been flushed, according to the casino, and cleaned. The travel center is also back open, and they're doing a discount on fuel, too. This morning, the body of Michael Gable was recovered from the Tehama-Colusa Canal. He was reported missing after falling into the canal February 11th. The Tehama County Sheriff's Office says canal personnel called this morning to report a body in the water not far from where Gable was last seen. It's a section of that canal near San Benito Avenue and East Chard Road in Gerber. Well, last week, 2 eyewitnesses saw Gable in the water and tried but failed to rescue him.
We have new details about the person found dead near the intersection of Skyway and Honey Run Road just outside of Chico this morning. Action News Now reporter Nathan Espindula is live there. He's been covering this for us. So Nathan, are investigators still on the scene?
No, Alan, no more investigators are on the scene. Just a few hours ago, we did have some sheriff's deputies come by and have a look around, but they have already left. What I did learn is that Butte County Sheriff's Office believes it was a suicide. Now take a look at what it looked like when Action News was here on the scene earlier at around 6 a.m. You can see there were a lot of deputies and police officers here. The intersection was closed for several hours, but the road is back open now. And I spoke with a homeless person who lives right here along Skyway. They told me they heard shots and that at first they thought it was just locals shooting guns for fun, but that about 30 minutes later, police showed up and closed the road.
The question is why? Why did this happen, and who did this happen to? And I asked if the victim was houseless, and the law enforcement said no, that it wasn't a homeless person or anything. So I'm just wondering what are the ins and outs of this incident, and it really makes you wonder what this world's coming to.
Brinkman told me that he lives about a half-mile away from the intersection. He also told me that officers confirmed to him that the victim was a man and that the victim was not homeless. But just a couple of hours ago, the Butte County Sheriff's Office told us that they did find a gun and that they believe it was a suicide. I asked the Sheriff's Office if they could confirm the things that Brinkman told me, but they denied to comment. In Butte County, I'm Nathan Espindula for Action News Now.
Thanks, Nathan. We also spoke to people who work there at the nearby Skyway Golf Park, and they said that they saw law enforcement respond, but they did delay opening as well today.
Police arrested 2 people for shooting and killing 2 others. Deputies say that they lit the victims' bodies on fire inside a car. We told you about that back in January when the bodies turned up. Police say Wesley Evans and Samuel Ashley traveled from Humboldt County to Orville on January 30th, along with victims Juan Arelola Solano and Esquil Valle Ariano. Deputies say Ashley and at least one of the victims fought over a gun and drug sale. Officials say after things escalated, they drove to Condor Road near Red Tape Road in Butte County, and that's where the murder happened. Deputies say the suspects ran off to Humboldt County, where they were arrested last week.
New at 6, a car chase ended in a crash on Highway 70 in Oroville. The CHP says that Butte County Sheriff's deputies were chasing a wrong-way driver heading south in the northbound lanes on Highway 70. This is just before 3:30 this afternoon. Now, the CHP says the suspect then crashed on the Feather River Bridge, which shut down the northbound lane there. We're all working to learn if that driver was hurt or if there was an arrest made or what just initiated this chase to begin with. All lanes, though, have since reopened.
Take a look at this. This semi-truck crash shut down Highway 99 in both directions for hours today. The CHP says it happened around 2 p.m. just south of Yuba City near O'Banion Road. Lanes have reopened. That happened around 5 o'clock when they reopened those lanes. Now a live look over Trinity County. The sun is setting, or has set at this point. This look from Alert California's camera does show some snow on the ground, that is. And Alan, this is kind of a fun fact. Today is Trinity County's 175th birthday.
Yeah, if you do the math, that's 1850, so that's a long time ago. But congratulations to Trinity County. Sade Pullen's been tracking conditions for us. Will we need a jacket later tonight? I assume the answer is yes.
Yes, you might want to throw on a little sweater or cardigan, but you definitely want to get that puffer and rain jacket out for tomorrow, for Wednesday. So let's have a look. So this is a look over Deer Creek Highway. As you can see right now, it's looking pretty clear, pretty nice out right now. So this is what you can expect. We're going to have wet, cool conditions for Wednesday, and then we're going to have some mild conditions midweek for our Thursday, Friday, and then we're going to have some cloudy and partly sunny weekend conditions for our week. Now, this is our wind speeds currently right now. So for our valley, foothills, and mountains, wind speeds are definitely not an issue right now. These are our temperatures currently. Chico's currently at 59 degrees with calm wind speeds, and we have Redding at 58 degrees with calm wind speeds as well. So our valley area is definitely in for a beautiful day today, but we will see that change come Wednesday. Back to you, Haley and Alan.
All right, thanks, Sade. New at 6, one of the survivors of the Feather River Adventist school shooting in Palermo is making big strides in his recovery.
Take a look at this video just posted by his grandmother, this 5-year-old Elias Walford. And look at him go with that walker right there. Now, his grandmother says he is wearing leg braces on both legs, helping him move around with that walker. It's a huge step. Earlier this month, he wasn't able to move his right leg at all. His grandmother also says the hospital allowed Elias and his family to take a special trip to the zoo last week.
Today, Orville city leaders could vote to put citizens in charge of reviewing city code. Leaders will vote to create an ad hoc committee in an effort to trim city codes to drive more economic development. The city's municipal code covers a wide range of topics, including business licenses, public services, and building codes. The committee will review the planning and building codes to identify burdensome requirements and bring recommended changes back to council.
The idea here is to cut overburdensome regulations and restrictive language and pave the path to yes for our people that are trying to do business in Orville or develop in Orville.
The ad hoc committee would be made up of citizens. Weber hopes this will bring more developers to Orville to continue building homes and bring in new businesses too. If approved, the ad hoc committee could be formed as soon as tonight.
Should cameras be inside classrooms? In about 15 minutes, that is what the Paradise Unified School Board will be discussing. Action News Now reporter Margot Rowe explains why some parents made the request.
The Paradise Unified School Board will be discussing the idea of cameras in special ed classrooms tonight. This comes after 2 parents sent letters requesting it to be looked into. Now, I spoke with one of the parents, and she tells me she wants extra safety measures in place in case there's concerns of misconduct or transparency, as her child is nonverbal, and she wants that additional security of knowing more of what goes on in the classroom, in addition to the reports she gets from staff. Now, this is just a discussion item. No action will be taken from the board tonight. However, state laws say recording in a classroom can't happen unless there's consent from all parties involved, so consent from parents and staff. Now, the parent I spoke with says she believes all of the parents of the special ed students in her child's classroom would support the idea, but it will depend on what goes down at the meeting tonight if the board decides to look into it. Now, the meeting starts at 6:30, and I'll have an updated report at 11 tonight.
All right. As Margot said, she will have the latest for you tonight on Action News Now at 11. Napoleon Dynamite is heading from Idaho to Chico State. You can watch the cult classic live.
Plus.
And these kids aren't going to have those positive influences around them at the pivotal age of.
An after-school program here at home is getting slashed. We explain why in 2 minutes.